be continuing Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. Chapter 8. The Death of a Horse. Zephine. Doesn't have a voice yet. We gotta make words come out. Dinners are better at Eden's than at Bombarda's, exclaimed Zephine. I prefer Bombarda to Eden, declared Blachevelle. There is more luxury. It is more Asiatic. Look at the room downstairs. There are mirrors on the walls. Favorite. These multi-character scenes are hard. Blachevelle. I prefer them on my plate, said Favorite. Blachevelle persisted. Look at the knives. The handles are of silver at Bombarda's and of bone at Eden's. Now silver is more valuable than bone. Except for those who have a silver chin, observed Tholomyès. He was looking at the dome of the Invalides, which was visible from Bombarda's... He was looking at the dome of the Invalides, which was... I don't even know where I am on the page. He was looking at the dome of the Invalides, which was visible from Bombarda's windows. A pause ensued. Tholomyès, exclaimed Femiel. Listolier and I were having a discussion just now. A discussion is a good thing, replied Ow! Excuse me. Replied Tholomyès. A quarrel is better. We were disputing about philosophy. Well, which do you prefer? Descartes or Spinoza? Desargues, said Tholomyès. This decree pronounced, he took a drink and went on. I consent to live. All is not at an end on earth, since we can still talk nonsense. For that I return, thanks to the immortal gods. We lie. One lies, but one laughs. One affirms, but one doubts. The unexpected bursts forth from the syllogism. That is fine. There are still human beings here below who know how to open and close the surprise box of the paradox merrily. This, ladies, which you are drinking with so tranquil an air is Madeira wine. You must know, from the vineyard of Coral de Freres, which is 317 fathoms above the level of the sea. Attention while you drink. 317 fathoms. And Monsieur Bombarda, the magnificent eating housekeeper, gives you those 317 fathoms for 4 francs and 50 centimes. Again, Femiel interrupted him. Tholomyès, your opinions fix the law. It was your favorite author, Bear Quinn. No shoe. And Tholomyès continued. Honor to Bombarda. He would equal Munificus of Elephanta if he could but get me an Indian dancing girl, and Thygelion of Chaeronea if he could bring me a Greek courtesan. And Thygelion of Chaeronea if he could bring me a Greek courtesan. For, oh ladies, there were Bombardas in... For ladies, there were Bombardas in Greece and in Egypt. Apelles tells us of them. Alas, always the same and nothing new. Nothing more unpublished than the creator in creation. Nothing more unpublished by the creator in creation. Nil sub sole novum, says Solomon. Amor omnibus idem, says Virgil. And carabine mounts with carabine into the bark at St. Cloud, as Aspasia embarked with Pericles upon the fleet at Samos. One last word. Do you know what Aspasia was, ladies? Although she lived at an epoch when women had, as yet, no soul, she was a soul of a rosy and purple hue, more ardent-hued than fire, fresher than the dawn. Aspasia was a creature in whom two extremes of womanhood met. She was the goddess prostitute. Socrates plus Manon Lescat. Aspasia was created in case a mistress should be needed for Prometheus. Ptolemy, once started, would have found some difficulty in stopping, had not a horse fallen down upon the quay just at that moment. The shock caused the cart and the orator to come to a dead halt. It was a Buceron mare, old and thin, and one fit for the knacker, which was dragging a very heavy cart. On arriving in front of Bombarda's, the worn-out, exhausted beast had refused to proceed any further. This incident attracted a crowd. Hardly had the cursing and indignant carter had time to utter with proper energy the sacramental word, matin, the jade, backed up with a pitiless cut of the whip when the jade fell, never to rise again. On hearing the hubbub made the passers-by, Tholomy's merry auditors turned their heads, and Tholomy's took advantage of the opportunity to bring his allocution to a close with this melancholy strophe. El etate de ce monde us couscous et carasosis, ont les mêmes destins, et rosé à la vaissue, c'est la 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 la. Et rosé à la vécu, c'est que vivant les roses, l'espace d'un matin. Favorite. She hasn't talked yet. Horse, sighed Fantine. Dahlia's talking next. She does have a voice. She is right here. It seems to me. And Dahlia exclaimed, "There is Fantine on the point of crying over horses. How can one be such a pitiful fool as that?" At that moment, Favorite, folding her arms and throwing her head back, looked resolutely at Tholomyes and said, "La Chevelle. Come now, the surprise." "Exactly. The moment has arrived," replied Tholomyes. "Gentlemen, the hour for giving these ladies a surprise has struck. Wait for us a moment, ladies. It begins with a kiss," said Blachevelle. "On the brow," added Tholomyes. Each gravely bestowed a kiss on his mistress's brow. Then all four filed out through the door with their fingers on their lips. Favorite clapped her hands on their departure. "It is beginning to be amusing already," said she. "Don't be too long," murmured Fantine. "We are waiting for you." Thank you for joining Bite at a Time Books today, while we read a bite of one of your favorite classics. Again, my name is Bree Carlile, and I hope you come back tomorrow for the next bite of Les Miserables. Let's see, we need to go to here. Select all we just recorded. Delete. Delete all that. Move that up and back to view mode. All right, I need to go grab my tea and then continue my recording day. Thanks, guys.